Hello and welcome you all in the course of probability and statistics. Today we should learn about the property of expectation. Yeah, is also known as properties of expected value. Yeah, property of expectation, mathematical expectation. So the first property is if say C is any constant, then E of Cx, where capital X is a random variable, is equal to, now the constant is outside the expectation, so is C into E of X. Now the second property, if we have to consider it two random variable instead of one random variable, so if capital X and capital Y be any random variable, then E of X plus Y is equal to E of X plus E of Y. The third property, if capital X and capital Y are random variable, but here we have to include one terminology, that is both X and Y are independent random variable. So in that case, E of X into Y is equivalent to E of X alone into E of Y alone. Now remarks, all the three property 1, property 2, property 3 can be extended, and we have to write down the generalized property easily. That is, it is not necessary here we have to consider only one constant. Here we have to add, instead of 2 it may be say 3 random variable, say E of X plus Y plus Z is equivalent U of X plus U of Y plus U of Z. Similarly, we have to write down for n variable, and same thing is here. So we have to easily extend each and every three property. So let's see the example on the basis of the property of expectation. So the first example, say find the expectation, that is we have to find out the value of E of X of a discrete random variable X whose probability function is given by. Now probability function is given, so fx is nothing but is a probability function fx, and is given 1 by 2 raised to x, where x is running from 1 2 3 and so on, tends to infinite. And here the capital X is a discrete random variable. So according to the definition, remember this red highlighted equation is nothing but is just a definition of expectation. So E of X is equal to sum over X running from 1 to infinite, because our variable X is 1 2 3 on so on infinite. So these are infinite. X into Fx. Once again I will tell you is nothing, just is a definition of expectation. So is equal to sum x over 1 to infinite, x is as it is. Now fx, that is probability function, is given half raised to x. So just we have to plug in the value of fx. Now to find out the expectation, ultimately we have to find out the sum of this series if it is convergent. So we have to expand the summation. So when x is 1, that is 1, 1 by 2 raised to 1, so 1 by 2. So first term is 1 into half. When x is 2, so 2 into half square, so 2 into 1 by 4. When x is 3, so 3, 1 by 2 cube, so plus 3 into 1 by 8. Similarly, the fourth term 4 into 1 by 16 and so on. So to find out the expectation, that is Ex, so ultimately we have to find out the sum of this infinite series, provided it is convergent. So to find the sum of the series, we have to assign this right hand side term as say S. So we have to write down as is equal to first term 1 into half, that is half, plus 2 into 1 by 4, so plus 2 into 1 by 4, plus 3 into 1 by 8 plus 4 into 1 by 16. So 3 into 1 by 8 plus 4 into 1 by 16. So is the equation 1. Now then we have to develop some strategy to find out the sum of this series. So first of all we have to divide this equation 1 by 2. Yeah, we have to say that multiply equation 1 by half. So this first term becomes 1 by 2 into s. Now 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, so it becomes 1 by 4. So just we have to write down here just by lefting some space, plus 2 into 1 by 4, and again we have to multiply with half. So 2 into 1 by 8. Similarly 3 into 1 by 8 into 1 by 2, so 3 into 1 by 16, and say is the equation 2. So remember equation 2 is nothing, just we have to multiply equation 1 by half on both the side and we have to get equation 2. Next we have to use subtraction. So we have to subtract this equation 2 from equation 1. So the left hand side is s minus half s. So is 1 by 2s. Now the first term 1 by 2, and just for sake of conveniency, this blank space we have to assign say some, these are say 0. So here we have to write down 0 plus this thing, and 0 plus this thing is as it is. So 1 by 2 minus 0, so 1 by 2, plus now 2 into 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4, that is 2 times 1 by 4 minus 1 times 1 by 4, so it's 1 by 4, plus 3 times 1 by 8 plus 2 times 1 by 8, so this term is subtract from this, so we have to get 1 time 1 by 8. Similarly last term 1 by 16 and so on. So we have to say these are say equation star. So just by rearranging our expectation e of x, we have to obtain this equation star. Before dealing with equation star, we have to recall some of the basic knowledge of calculus. So in calculus, we have to see geometric series. So geometric series is nothing, just an infinite series. It's look like a1 plus a2r plus a3r square plus a4r cube plus and so on. And now we have to say that this series is said to be convergent if the common ratio r, common ratio that is second term upon first term, is equivalent to third term upon second term, is equivalent to fourth term upon third term, and so on. In general, the ratio of any of the two consecutive term is r. Then we have to say that the common ratio is r. If the common ratio r is lies between the interval minus 1 to 1, then we have to say that this series is convergent. And sum of this infinite series is equivalent to a1 upon 1 minus r, where this a1 is stand for the first term and r is stand for the common ratio. So we have to use the knowledge of this geometric series to find out the sum of this right hand side series, that is equation star. So look carefully this equation. So half plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 16 and so on. So is nothing, is just a geometric series, and common ratio r is 1 by 2, because the second term upon first term, that is 1 by 4 upon half, so is half 1 by 8 upon 1 by 4, so is again half. So in general you have to find out the common ratio of any of the two consecutive terms, so is half, and is lies between the interval minus 1 to 1. So we have to say that the series is convergent and its sum is a1 upon 1 minus r. So in this case a1 is half, so numerator is half, denominator is 1 minus r, but common ratio r is also half, and 1 minus half, that is half. So numerator as well as denominator both are same, so is cancel out, so is 1. So we have to get 1 by 2 s is equal to 1. Its leads s is 2. But remember s, that is this equation 1, and equation 1 is nothing but is equivalent to expectation. So we have to get the expectation is equal to 2. So we have to find out the expectation is equal to 2, whose probability function is defined by using this method. So let's see second example. Now in first example we have to talk about the discrete random variable. The second example is corresponding to continuous random variable. Continuous random variable capital X, whose probability density function fx is defined like this: 2 into e raised to minus 2x when x is greater than 0, and the value of the density function is 0 when x is 0 or less than 0. We are interested to find out expectation of x and expectation of x square. So let's start the solution. First of all, we have to consider the option A. So e of x. Remember, these are red highlighted equation is nothing but these are the definition of expectation when our capital X is a continuous random variable. So when x is continuous random variable, its definition is in terms of integral minus infinite to infinite x fx dx. So as per our conveniency, we have to split this integral into two parts, say minus infinite to 0 x fx dx plus 0 to infinite x fx dx. But when x less than equal to 0, fx is 0, so the first integral is 1 is a. So just we have to write down integral over 0 to infinite x fx, that is 2 into e raised to minus 2x dx. 2 is constant, so we take outside, so integral over 0 to infinite x e raised to minus 2x dx. So next we have to find out the value of this single integral. To solve this single integral, we have to use the generalized rules of integration by parts. Sometimes it is also known as Bernoulli's rule. So we have to consider u as a 1, u as a x, and v is equal to e raised to minus 2x. This bracket shows the generalized rules of integration by parts. Integration uv dx is equal to u v1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3 minus and so on, where u dash, u double dash and so on are successive differentiation. v1, v1, v2, v3 and so on are successive integration. So here our u is equal to x, so we have to write down u is as it is x, integration of v, that is integration of e raised to minus 2x, so e raised to minus 2x by minus 2 minus u dash, so differentiation of x, that is 1, v2, that is integration of v1, so integration of this small bracket, so minus 2 is constant, so integration of e raised to minus 2x, so e raised to minus 2x upon minus 2, so it leads e raised to minus 2x upon 4, because minus 2, so denominator made 4, and the boundary is 0 to infinite. Now next we have to substitute upper limit minus lower limit. But before that we have to write down some simplification. So 2 is as it is. Now this denominator is constant, so we have to take outside, so is minus half. Now x we have to write down in numerator. We have to shift this term into denominator, so it becomes e raised to 2x minus 1 by 4. Again we have to write down this term in denominator, so 1 upon e raised to 2x, and boundary is 0 to infinite. Now when we have to plug in the upper limit, here we have to integrate with respect to x, so we have to write down upper limit in place of x. So numerator becomes infinite, and e raised to 2 into infinite, that is e raised to infinite, and e raised to infinite is infinite. So these blue terms, when we have to apply the upper limit, it takes the form infinite upon infinite. And now we know that if the term tends to infinite upon infinite, then we have to find out the limit by using L'Hospital rule. So to find out the limit of this term, we have to apply L'Hospital rule. So limit x tends to infinite, x upon e raised to 2x is equivalent to limit x tends to infinite. To deal with this term, we have to find out differentiation of numerator and differentiation of denominator separately. So differentiation of x is 1, differentiation of e raised to 2x is 2 into e raised to 2x, and when x is approaches to infinite, e raised to infinite, so 1 by infinite, and it leads to 0. So when you have to plug in upper limit, so it leads 0, minus 1 by 4, e raised to infinite, so 1 by infinite 0. So this first curly brackets is a boundary of upper limit. This minus for lower limit, minus half. Now plug in lower limit, so 0 upon e raised to 0, e raised to 0 is 1, so 0 by 1, that is 0, and last 0, e raised to 0 is 1, so 1 by 1 is 1, so is just minus 1 by 4. So we have to substitute upper limit minus lower limit. By simplifying this, you have to get expected value Ex is half. So we have to solve this first option. Next, deal with second option, E of x square. So these are the definition of U of x square. U of x square is minus infinite to infinite x square fx dx. But f of x is defined only when x greater than 0 and it takes the value 2 e raised to minus 2x. So we have to replace this minus infinite by 0 to infinite. 2 constant is outside, x square is as it is, and integrand is e raised to minus 2x dx. So again here we have to apply this generalized rules of integration by parts by considering u is x square and v is e raised to minus 2x. And by applying this generalized rules of integration by parts, then substitute upper limit minus lower limit, then you have to get u of x square is equal to 1 by 2. Let's see one more example. See, the joint density function of two random variable x and y is given by f of xy is xy divided by 96 when x lies between 0 and 4, y lies between 1 to 5, and the density function takes the value 0 in rest of this interval. We are interested in find out u of x, u of y, u of xy, and e of 2x plus 3y. So let's start the first one. Remember, here we have to find out expectation corresponding to two-dimension random variable. So for two-dimension continuous random variable, the definition of expectation of x is integral over minus infinite to infinite, integral over minus infinite to infinite, x into f of xy dx dy. Remember, this red highlighted equation is nothing but just is a definition of expectation when the continuous two-dimension random variable is given. So as per our requirement, we have to restrict the boundary of x and y. So boundary of x is 0 to 4, boundary of y is 1 to 5. X is as it is, f of xy, that is xy divided by 96 dx dy. So x 0 to 4, y is 1 to 5, x xy divided by 96 dx dy. Just for sake of conveniency, we have to write down this term again. So simultaneously we have to solve this double integral. So 1 by 96 constant outside. Now integral over x 0 to 4, x into x, so x square dx. In second terms, we have to write down the boundary of y 1 to 5, y dy. So simultaneously we have to solve this double integral. So in first term we have to write down the variable of x alone. Second term we have to write down variable of y alone. So constant as it is, integration of x square x cube by 3, boundary is 0 to 4. Integration of y square by 2, boundary is 1 to 5. So just plug in upper limit minus lower limit, and by simplifying this you have to get the expectation, that is u of x is 8 by 3. Now the second one, u of y. So u of y, so again this red highlighted equation is nothing but just is a definition, integral over minus infinite to infinite, minus infinite to infinite. When you have to consider u of x, so there are x is here. When you have to deal with u of y, so y is here, f of xy dx here. As per the definition given in the question, we have to restrict the boundary x 0 to 4, y is 1 to 5, y is as it is, and our integrand is xy divided by 96 dx dy. Now we have to apply same strategy to solve this double integral. Apply this same strategy which we have to use in first option. So by solving this, you have to get u of y is 31 by 9. So let's deal with the third option, say e of xy. So according to the definition, is equivalent to minus infinite to infinite, integral over minus infinite to infinite, x y into f of xy dx dy. So again remember, this highlighted red highlighted equation is just a definition. So as per the definition given in the question, we have to restrict the boundary. So x0 to 4, y1 to 5, xy. Integrand is xy by 96 dx dy. So 1 by 96 for constant outside. Now in first bracket we have to write down term of x alone. So integral over x0 to 4, x into x, so x square dx. Second term we have to write down term of y alone. So integral over y1 to 5, y into y, so y square dy. So by writing in this manner, we have to simultaneously solve this double integral. So 1 by 96 is as it is. Integration of x square is x cube by 3. Boundary is 0 to 4. Boundary is 0 to 4. Now integration of y square is y cube by 3. Boundary is 1 to 5. So 1 by 96 upper limit, that is 4 cube by 3, minus lower limit, so 0 cubes, so 0, so there is no need to write down lower limit. Upper limit, so 5 cube by 3, that is 125 by 3, minus lower limit 1 cube, that is 1 by 3. By solving this, you have to get the expectation u of xy is 248 divided by 27. So finally we have to deal with the last option. Find out the expectation of 2x plus 3y. So according to the definition of expectation, this can be rewritten as double integral, lower limit is minus infinite of both the integral, and upper limit in both the integral is infinite. 2x plus 3y into f of xy dx dy. So remember, this red highlighted equation is nothing but is just a definition. So as per the definition of the question, again we have to restrict the boundary x 0 to 4, y is 1 to 5, 2x plus 3y is as it is, and integrand is xy by 96 dx dy. So again these are nothing, just a double integral, and apply the same strategy which we have to use in the previous three options. So you have to get the expectation of 2x plus 3y is 47 upon 3. So thank you so much for paying your attention.